Hey fellas, I wanted to make a kind of impulsive video just talking about how happy I was about all these recolors being back in the game. This is going to be a super casual video. I'm not going to do that many takes on my quote-unquote lines. There's no scripts or anything. I'm just going to be going through all the recolors implemented back into the game and talking about how much I like them, dislike them. Just a fun video celebrating that they're finally back in the game. I was so upset when they took these guys out. It was so stupid. Like, why did they do it? Like with Ash here, they took away these two recolors and then gave her this recolor, which is, you know, it's a good recolor, but they gave her this one way after they gave her these two classics, and then they got rid of the two classics and just left her with this one, which I was super upset about. Same kind of thing happened with a few other characters, but now they're finally back and I couldn't be happier. But like seriously, seeing these things back in their old like hair recolors. Not all of the recolors are back, only some of them. Androxus has a few here. I just bought this yellow one that I didn't even remember existed. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a very casual video. We're just going to go through them all and I'm going to talk about how much I like them. Now, my apologies if my vocal performance or whatever is very slurred together. I'm not used to doing this kind of video. This whole quote-unquote patch was just super out of left field and I didn't expect it at all. And I kind of just wanted to celebrate the fact that they're back. That's pretty much it. So yeah, starting with Androxus here. He has some really good ones. I love this red one. I remember this was probably one of the very first recolors I actually tried to get. Androxus was probably the fourth character I ever actually tried to play well. This one I don't even remember existing. I don't even remember what it's called or anything like that. We can't really see the names of them anymore unless we actually try to buy them, in which case it shows you the name. Or I guess if you select it and then use the skin in a game, it'll show you on the loading screen there. But this blue one is pretty sick too. At the end of this, I'll do a little collage of the ones that I like the most. I'm not really sure how that's going to go right now, but hey, right now I'm just looking at them. I am so happy that these are back. Legitimately, these were some of the first ones that I really wanted to get and wanted to kind of save up for. I think this red one is probably one of the first recolors I ever bought. And when I came back here, I actually didn't even have to purchase it again. I guess maybe it saved it from back when I purchased it before. Maybe anyway, I'm not too sure if it actually saved that in its memory or whatever. It's funny if that is the case, considering they gave us all the gold back for when we bought them originally when they took the recolors away, but hey, I'm not complaining. The yellow one I did have to buy again. Well, not again. I don't think I ever had this one to begin with, so I think from what I understand, it seems as though if you had them originally, you don't have to buy them again, which is pretty cool. And lastly, we got the blue one. Not much else to say. I'm going to try to speed up so I can actually get through every character that had their recolors restored here. Again, not every character did, but a lot of them did, so we're going to be looking at those guys there. At the end, I'm also going to talk about which characters I want the recolors back the most for, because there are a few characters that had some really classic recolors that I really wish were back. Seeing Ash's yellow recolor here was what initially made me pop off for the returning of these recolors. I don't know what it is about these skins that I really enjoy. I remember watching Ash come out and seeing these recolors and really wanting them. I got the purple one here, or pink one, whatever it is. I'm kind of colorblind, can't tell. And then the yellow one I just bought before, initially thinking I should make a video about this. Ash's original recolors are definitely some of my favorites, even though a lot of the skin isn't even changed that much. It's just like the inside, the cloth, and her hair. That's pretty much it. Barrack doesn't have anything. Bomb King has one. Oh yeah, no. Monarch here. He only had Monarch, and then he didn't have either the red one or the green one. I had to buy the green one again, but I didn't have to buy the red one again. Both of these are pretty cool. I really, this green one really brings back memories for one reason or another. I think it's just because I didn't have it and I always thought about getting it, but just never did. Regardless, these recolors aren't too grand. They're pretty basic, but I do quite like them. But there's no fancy hair to change, so it's not going to be quote unquote ranking super high in my criteria. It's still good stuff, and the green one definitely brings back memories. Buck doesn't have anything. Cassie doesn't have anything. I'm surprised Drogos doesn't have anything yet, but I assume maybe we'll get that later. Eevees, I was surprised at how much I didn't remember this one. I'll be honest, it doesn't look very good, but it brought back a lot of memories and I'm super happy it's back. The only one that we had when they got rid of these two recolors was the orange one, which I thought was super dumb. Or not dumb, you know, but it just looks way worse. Why make the ice lady orange? It just doesn't. Why would you keep that recolor among the green one that, you know, at least it kind of looks striking and kind of cool, and the pink one that just like, you already have another weapon that is pink, it goes with it. Why would you get rid of the pink and green and just keep the weird whack looking orange one? But yeah, I love this pink one, definitely. I think her best recolor. I still like the orange one for just being wacky as shit, but yeah, the pink one's definitely the best, so I'm gonna buy that one here. What about Fernando? Does he have any? This is where we got to the point of characters that I haven't checked if they got the recolors restored or not. I don't think he has anything here. I know I could just check the Paladins notes, but I haven't, so nothing for Amani. What about Nara? Oh, and Nara had some. Nara had some. I didn't even remember. Man, I don't remember these recolors at all. Did I buy both of these? Oh, these are so nice. They don't all work super well because they don't change her green. And so like the red one, I don't know, it doesn't look that great. I'm gonna be honest. This one looks nice though. As compared to a default, which is just that yellow. Yeah, I like the purple and not as much the red one. I can see why I didn't buy it, but I am gonna buy it because I just want all of them. This is a pleasant surprise though. I honestly didn't even remember. Oh, now I remember. I remember getting only the headpiece because of the flower and not actually getting the body or the weapon. That must have been what happened. And if I only bought the headpiece, then I guess it just gives me the whole thing nowadays. That's relatively generous considering they gave back all the gold that I spent on it, however many years ago that was. But yeah, these ones aren't quite as good in my opinion. Still pretty nice, but not quite as good. I love the flower changes. Oh, the red flower is so pretty. I don't even remember if Genoa's had recolors. I'm sure he did. How about Kinessa? Oh, not yet. Okay. Lex probably has some. No? Okay, just the red one. Oh, Leon's. I definitely was looking forward to the Leon ones when they announced that these were coming back. Leon has some bangers, which is funny because they don't even really change that much about it. The blue in her weapon is still there. Her hair is still white. Man, they just look so good. The blue and the green. I've always loved these recolors. Did they even leave her with any kind of recolor? Oh yeah, the dusk recolor. This was there since the beginning, alongside all the other recolors, so it was okay that this one was the only one that was left after they got rid of the other ones and only left this one. This one was clearly the best one, I think. But man, these ones are so pretty though. I don't know which one of these I like better. The green or the blue? I'll probably go with the blue for the time being. I don't know, they're both kind of goated though, in terms of recolors, however goated they can be. Ooh, what about Maeve? Maeve does have hers back. Oh my gosh, I love Maeve's. Okay, this one not as much. The red one. Man, so many times they've stuck the red ones into the Radiant chest, which meant you just have to completely gamble in order to get them. It actually made them super rare. I'm not gonna lie, I've always was kind of a fan of just putting super exclusive recolors into super random chests, and the Radiant chest was just the most random of random chests. So it's like these two I remember costing gold, the green and the brown one there. And then the red one was just super exclusive in the Radiant chest, and you would just barely anyone had the full set. And remember, the body, the knives, and the headpiece were all separate. So I remember getting the headpiece and maybe the knives, and I didn't actually have the body. So it's like I had this relatively rare item, it's just that you could hardly see it because the only thing that changed with the headpiece was the stupid little band on her hair there. It was so stupid. But yeah, when they got rid of her recolors, I guess they must have left the red one. Yeah, they must have. But I do really like these more subtle changes. I do kind of like the brown one though, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely the green one's quite, whoa, what is happening? Wait, what? That's wacky. What the hell? I don't know how I didn't notice that at first. Alright, well, it is what it is. But yeah, super happy that these are back. They're definitely not the best, but they definitely bring back a lot of memories. What is with her face there? Ruckus. I'm sure Ruckus. Yeah, there we go. Ruckus's ones are very weird. This one's okay. The yellow one, it just kind of doesn't change anything, so I was never missing these ones too much. Especially the idea of recolors definitely worked better when he had his original design. The recolors there, I'm curious what those ones look like because they just legitimately aren't in the game anymore. His actual default nowadays, the changes that they have here are they're not very interesting for sure. The green one and the yellow one are actually not that bad. It's just that they don't look that different from the original. Why they wanted to keep the blue one but not these two that look way better is beyond me. I guess it just looks the most different, but it looks so bad. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely not the best recolors in the world, but I'm gonna get them regardless. I don't want to be rolling, I don't know, a gold chest and then end up getting one of these guys. So might as well buy them all to get them out of the way. What about Saris? Oh, not yet. Sky better have some. No, not yet. Okay. Then again, Sky's were actually, like, Sky's original recolors were only with her original design here. So I wonder if we'll ever get those back, honestly. Like, we have this one. Yeah, I wonder if we'll ever get those back. Maybe we will. We'll get them tied to, like, the Twilight here, in a similar sense to Cassie's Timber and Tinder skin. Maybe we'll get that. I hope so. Those are some of my favorite skins back in the day. That completely changed her to yellow and red and aqua. It was very pretty. And then this is another case of when they gave her this skin, which looks good, I'm not gonna lie, but they gave it to her super late, and they got rid of all her other recolors just straight up and just left her with this newish one, which just, like, is not one of the classics. So it's just like, I don't know, it felt kind of like we were ripped off a little bit. Is Talos? Huh, I want to say that these are new. I think I just never really paid attention. I feel like maybe Talos, maybe he was released around the time that the recolors were removed completely, so there just wasn't that long of a period of time for me to get used to the fact that they existed, maybe. I don't know. But then again, I do own this one, so I must have bought it, I guess. Maybe he already had this one. I don't know. Feel free to correct me in the comments if this was always here, or rather if this was always here. You know, maybe I'll just check the update notes there once I'm all done here. Is Terminus new here? It's got to be because I don't own it, obviously. So this must be the returning one, but there's like nothing different. Oh no, his armor is a little bit more purple. A little bit. Yeah, that's a really piss poor recolor, I'm not gonna lie. What about Monolith? Okay, Monolith is actually not that bad. Yeah, this is bad. This is really not good. Not interesting. Buys it regardless. Torvald's gotta have him. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, no, I remember this in the game. This was still in the game. They didn't give this one back. However, this one, they most certainly did. But this one? Is it different? What's different? Is anything different? Did they forget to... Am I missing something here? What about this one? Is anything different? Wait, nothing's different. Okay, I think this one's just not working for the time being. Oh, wait. Oh, the hand is working. Yeah, the hand is different, but I'm just not seeing anything else working. The only thing that changed once you got the headpiece was the glasses there. So with this one, his glasses would be yellow, and obviously they're pink here, but they're not yellow. Same thing with here. I guess they're kind of green, but that's just the same color as his normal here. So I guess his just aren't really working too well for the time being. What about Tyra? Tyra's got some, very nice. What's this? Very cool, okay. Can I buy it? Yeah, Tyra's are pretty underwhelming. I don't really care too much about those ones, but still pretty cool that they're back. Definitely brings back some memories. And I remember actually getting these out of the Radiant chest a decent amount. I didn't even buy them or anything, I just randomly got them in the Radiant chest. But apparently I have them all except for this one, which I don't know how that's going to be integrated, since clearly they haven't figured it out yet. At the same time though, why would you want to use like literally any of her recolors if she has the most skins in the game? So it's like, what's the point? Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay, there we go. A little bit glitchy, but that's okay. Vivian. Wow, I completely forgot about this. Oh yeah, this was already in the game. It never left the game. I guess she only had one. Okay, I'm fairly certain it was actually around the infamous OB64 is when she was released, if I'm not mistaken, or at least it was pretty close to around there. That must have been around when this stuff was removed, because I do not remember this pretty much at all. I have a very, very vague memory of it being in the game, but yeah. Oh, here we are. Very nice, very nice. These ones are actually very nice. I like these quite a lot. I never enjoyed the yellow. I think it's perfectly fine on her, but the blue is actually quite lovely. Same thing with the pink, although it's just kind of the same as the blue, I'm not gonna lie. So last couple Ying, definitely Yings are back. Again, the weird fixation with keeping the orange recolors. I do not know why they did that with her, with Ying rather, or with Eevee, but the blue one and the pink one, these ones are goats. Brings back a ton of memories. I remember originally really quite wanting these because they were just so pretty, despite the fact that I do not play Ying. Despite that, here we go. I'm buying them all, never to use them. This is the final one. Again, not too interesting. It kind of looks the same as his original. I'm not going to pretend like there's anything crazy going on, but oh well. These, actually, I think this one was removed, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think this is the one that we had. This one was never removed, if I'm not mistaken. And this one, I think I bought this one at some point. Okay, they're pretty good. I definitely enjoy the ones that change the hair. So actually this one I quite like. Okay, I'm checking if there's any that I missed here. Okay, Talus and Terminus. I was a little confused with Talus's. Turns out, yes indeed, he did have one that has been restored. Very nice. Probably my favorite ones that have been restored. Ash's is definitely up there, especially back then I played a lot of Ash, and the recolors are just really good. My favorites are definitely going to be ones that I just played the most. Ash is definitely up there. Leon as well. Hers look really good. On the patch notes, it did say that Saris got hers back, but I'm not seeing anything, so I guess it's just not here yet. If she gets hers back, she's definitely going to be in the top 5. I definitely played a lot of Saris back then, and I really like her recolors. Willows is definitely some of my favorites as well. In no particular order, I'm going to say my favorites that have come back for sure are Ash, Willow, Eevee, Leon. Those are definitely my favorite top 4. My next favorites are probably the Ying ones, either Ying or Xin. I don't really play those characters too much. Regardless, I'm super happy to have any of these things back. I have wanted them ever since they have been erased from the game. I don't know why they had to do that, but hey, we got them back. It only took like 5 years. Nah, it's cool. Now for the characters, if they're gonna make this a trend, the ones that I definitely want back the most, I don't want to come off in any weird entitled way here. It's just that if this is going to be a reoccurring thing, these characters would just be first on my wish list for the characters that I personally hope to get their original recolors back next. Obviously, they're gonna be my girl Cassie for the time being. She only has this purple one here, or pink, whatever it is. I remember she actually had a purple one and a blue one, if I'm not mistaken. The Azure one was the terrifically rare one, if I remember correctly. The one that was stuck in the Radiant chest, and I really want that one for sure. Next up, Drogos for sure. Drogos had some really good ones, honestly. He had a couple of really cool ones that were, I think it was pink, blue, and red, if I'm not mistaken. And it would only change the armor, and then there was one akin to his Tyrant skin here that was red, and we haven't seen that one come back either. Sky is definitely comes to mind as one that I would absolutely want. Again, those were all with her old design here, but she had a yellow one, a blue one, and a red one. I guess the red is kind of already taken with this thing here, but still, I would want at at least the older two to come back in some fashion. That'd be pretty sick. Again, it's kind of less likely just because her default has changed, but hey, those are definitely the ones I would look forward to the most. I think every other character, either I didn't play that much or just didn't have very interesting recolors, but those three are definitely the ones I want the most. And if they're going to make this kind of a routine where they give back all these older recolors that they took away a long time ago, then hopefully it's not too unreasonable to kind of expect them to come in the future. But yeah, that's everything I could think to say. I know they're just recolors. I know I probably shouldn't be that excited about it, but like, they're just classics, man. They were in the game for so long, and a lot of people back then, especially, you know, I didn't have all these skins for every character. It's kind of my thing to rank skins, so it's like I try my best to have most of the skins. And back then, that obviously wasn't the case at all. I was just starting playing the game for the most part, and these particular recolors were the only ones that were affordable at the time. So like, these things are all pretty ingrained in my brain, and I was pretty dumbfounded when they removed them. I couldn't believe it, man. Like, why? But yeah, they're back, and I honestly couldn't be happier. Oh yeah, and he had these old different colored pistols too, again, for some reason. They never got rid of these. I wonder if they'll ever give back some of the original recolors for the weapons, especially for Ying. Ying had a bunch of different recolors for her weapon for some reason. Most of them haven't seen the light of day for many, many years, except for Jaydat, which is just straight up in the game still for some reason. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you for watching this little impulsive video. I'm super happy that these are back, and I couldn't really think of a way to make a big video about it, especially since I'm like right in the middle of doing a skin tier list video when I realized all this stuff dropped. But yeah, thank you for watching. Pick up some of these skins if you enjoy them like I do, and for a lot of old school players, this is definitely a dip into the past and something I'm personally very appreciative of, as it's something I've wished to return for the entirety that they were taken away. But yeah, that's everything. Have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, or morning, and I will see you in hopefully the next video that will come up not too long from now. So see ya.